Okay, so this weekend I am trying out two different Beauty and the Beast afternoon teas, which is so funny that they happen to land on the same weekend. One is in Belfast and we're going, and unfortunately, A Peculiar Tea is shutting down, but they are starting a new restaurant soon. So it'll be similar flavors, I'm sure, which is gonna be amazing. It's Chef Gemma Austin. She was on Great British Chef, I believe, and we have been before, but I'm especially excited to try this theme because I know they do themes really well. So I'm really, really excited to see, and I'm excited to compare the differences because generally speaking, London always has the better afternoon teas, especially presentation-wise. As you guys have probably seen on this channel already, I've done like lots of London afternoon teas, which I'm so thankful for, but they are like my favorite British thing to do. I just love afternoon tea because I just love all the like different little nibbles and stuff like that. I just love having different bursts of flavors in my mouth. So that's why I love also the thought of like a tasting menu. I've never done a tasting menu before. I've heard of Six by Nico and supposedly that's really good. So would like to try that out. But yeah, afternoon tea is just a delight for me because especially because there's so many, I've got a sweet tooth. I just absolutely love all of the different sweets that they put on, and just again, all the different flavors. Whenever I'm snacking, I always like to get a little bit of something each time. Like I'll have a couple of olives with a tiny bit of cheese then I'll have a couple of bits of fruit, or then I'll have this and that because I just love different flavors. So I'm excited to see the difference and which one is going to win out on this. So let's go. Okay, so A Peculiar Tea, wow, that was amazing. The food was incredible, absolutely delicious. They had a celeriac soup, which was genuinely one of the best soups I've ever had. I'm like, please give me the recipe for this because it is exactly what I want to make when it's a cold winter's day and I just want to feel warm and cozy, and that's exactly how it feels when you eat it. It was just absolutely divine. And then they had the sausage roll and they had a few other bits and pieces, the truffle chicken on a waffle, and it was like about this big or so, and honestly it was amazing. It was so delicious. It was amazing also having, especially speaking, the fact that they were all, it wasn't just sandwiches. Like I like sandwiches for afternoon tea and obviously that's classical, but I like something different, especially I love warm savory bits. Yeah, so that was incredible. Then moving on to the scones. The scones were really good. I would say that they were a little bit overdone. Whoever, heated them, cooked them up, did it a little bit, it was a little bit burnt, so it was a bit too crispy for a scone, but the taste was divine. It was so good. It was a chocolate chip scone, and then it was a raspberry whipped cream. I'm generally a clotted cream fan, but I was actually really good, and having raspberry jam as well, and it was just so yummy. And then it was the pastries, and so I was actually really excited about the banana cremeux. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Trying to be French here, but I was really excited about that because I was really hoping for the flavors of dulce de leche to come through, because it said on the menu it's gonna be dulce de leche, but I don't really feel like that caramel dulce de leche flavor came through really strong, which I was really hoping for. So, but oh my goodness, some of the other ones, like, they were all really good, of course. Especially the candle. That, I mean, that was a special touch already. I really enjoyed that, because I always think an afternoon tea, especially if you're paying so much money for it, it should always have something a little bit unique and, you know, just bringing a bit of, I don't know, quirkiness or something fun to the table. And so that really did bring it to the table. Like, I love like dry ice or something like that, because I mean, it's just nice to feel like it's something special and something really nice. It's like a treat. So having that candle was so cool. It's the passion fruit mousse inside for me, and it was with a white chocolate shell, and it was amazing. I would probably rate that like, you know, an 8.5, 9 out of 10. I would say, I mean, A Peculiar Tea is great, and I know that they're moving now, so obviously I can't tell you go and try it, but you can try their new restaurant out. It's opening soon. It's called Era Restaurant, so you can try that out when you come to Belfast, because the flavors are so there. I would say, like, in terms of ambiance and etc., obviously aesthetics wise, they did such a beautiful job making it on theme, but obviously having gone to like different afternoon teas and whatnot, I'm absolutely spoiled on afternoon teas. Absolutely, like completely spoiled with afternoon teas. So experiencing the different places, it's hard to compare when you've been to a place like Sketch or the Ritz or something like that. It's hard to compare, like, but in general, it was amazing. Really highly recommend. So now we're gonna go off to London because I'm shooting there, and also it happened to be the afternoon tea award. So this won an afternoon tea award down in England, across, you know, the UK, and so I'm excited to try it out. I've been to the Waldorf before, but I haven't tried this one. It was a few years ago. It was the Nutcracker one that we did, but not the Beauty and the Beast one, and I'm excited because it looks, yeah, really, really fun. So let's go. Okay, so now the London one is done. Let's chat about this. Starting off with presentation. Obviously, the Waldorf Hilton do an incredible presentation. It's beautiful. It's amazing walking in through. It definitely feels like a special time. If you're gonna go anywhere and you want a special treat, you want a good, you know, birthday treat, Mother's Day place and to go, or, you know, anything like that, it's really lovely walking through. You feel like it's really special. We also had some cocktails before, which I didn't get any videos of because I was too busy chatting and having a cocktail, and one of them was called Kiss Me Goodnight, and it was amazing. It was so delicious. I'm like, oh, how can I make that? It was like banana rum chocolate. Oh, so good. But anyway, so you walk into the room and it's really beautiful. The guy who runs the afternoon tea, he was great. He was so fun, so bubbly, great service from him. There was a starter, which was great. It was a soup starter as well, which was really nice, really yummy. And yeah, it was just really lovely. But of course, the celeriac soup from A Peculiar Tea was just in my mind forevermore. I'm like, wow. I've had like 2 soups that have forever stayed in my mind, and that is one of them. And the other one that I had was at Titanic Belfast. It was their butternut squash one, and it was just divine. I really like a really well done butternut squash soup. Oh, when the flavors are there. Like, I've tried to make a butternut squash soup, but I can't seem to get it at that level. I wonder if I need to add more cream or something. But anyways, irrelevant right now. Moving on. Amazing. I love having a starter. Again, like I said, I really love having a warm starter, which was really nice. Then they had their rest of their savories. It was yummy, but it just didn't, I wasn't like, whoa, amazing. It was nice to have a little bit of a variety as well. What I love about their presentation though is that they really have it on point, you know, with the rose in the bell jar, the Mrs. Potts teapot. That was so lovely. I really loved that. And then the dry ice, of course. I just love dry ice. I don't know. Call it a gimmick. I don't care. You won me. I love dry ice. So the presentation is just so on point for Beauty and the Beast, and they have the Cogsworth little like brownie thing, very indulgent chocolate. So onto the scones. Yeah, so the scones came and they're beautifully presented. Again, presentation level like 10. So good. I love their presentation. Their scones were, the rhubarb jam was where it was at. I really like the rhubarb jam. Love something a little bit different like that, so that was really nice. I think the Cogsworth chocolate was really sweet and really cute and very indulgent and rich. I think it's hard to compare with the other, like a Peculiar Afternoon Tea, because a Peculiar Afternoon tea, they had such an amazing range of pastries, and obviously they had the great British chef Gemma Austin probably designing the menu, and so like everything was on point. So I would say the Waldorf wins at presentation and, you know, ambiance, and also they had like a harpist at the Waldorf, which I think is amazing and adds to the vibe, of course. So they just really win on presentation. And of course, A Peculiar Tea did the presentation so well as well. Like the candle, I thought that was incredible. That blew my socks off too. Not just taste-wise, but presentation-wise too. But overall, because the food at A Peculiar Tea and also the service there was amazing too, I would say that one was my favorite of the Beauty and the Beast afternoon teas. And it's a shame that it's obviously shutting down. But of course, if you're in Belfast, you can go to, again, the Era restaurant. Try that out for flavors. But it was fun, and I was so happy I finally got to try the Beauty and the Beast in London one, because it's been on my list to do for such a long time. So I'm so glad I finally got to tick it off the list. And that's kind of about it. I'm gonna finish there, guys, and I'll catch you soon. Let me know, is there another afternoon tea that you think I should try, or anything on this channel that you're like, oh, girl, you gotta go and I need to know how good is that? Let me know. All right, catch you guys soon. Bye.